fix it, shift it, tow it, stow it, dig it, lift it, mow it, trim it, grind it, chip it. I hire, we hire it. Mix it, pour it, smooth it, finish it, saw it, plane it, nail it, polish it. 0800 24/7 rent. I hire, we hire it. 0800 24/7 rent. I hire, we hire it.
Situated just 1.5 hours drive from Christchurch is Hanmer Springs, a small alpine village that has everything for the adventurer or for someone looking to relax. Stay a while and enjoy a bike ride through the numerous bush tracks, or relax in the famous hot pools. Take the whole family and let the kids take on the many attractions on offer. And to top off your stay, book now with Hanmer Holiday Homes, where there's a budget and accommodation to suit everyone. Call now.
Okay, folks, welcome, of course, to the XFactor Cars Riverside Speedway for this round of the Saloon Speedweek for 2019, brought to us by the Holden Trade Club. And a great lineup of saloons have lined up here, 22 of the best, and of course we've come from Central Motor Speedway in Cromwell yesterday, and we're now at Riverside Speedway. And the man that won the deal yesterday is this man here, and his name's George Phillips. George, we had a great run yesterday. You kept it nice and smooth, just did what you needed to do in the heats and then come back for the kill a little bit later on.
Yeah, did right, and hopefully we'll be able to do the same thing again tonight, just solid finishes in the heats, solid finish in the dash for cash, and then just see what happens in the feature.
Okay, so what basically the idea now is just to do the same, get the car and just get those points as much as you can, set it up for the feature, and you've done a lot of laps around this Riverside Speedway circuit, so it should be a fairly sort of an easy deal for you.
Yeah, many seasons here at Riverside and various different grades. Pretty much, yeah, we're just going to go out there and see what happens at the track and just play it by ear, play it safe.
That's the story, mate. And of course, your cousin's pretty much clipping on your heels as well, and he'll be looking for a bit of a revenge this time, won't he?
Yeah, he probably will be. We'll be neck and neck. We're in the first heat together, so it should be interesting.
Absolutely, mate. Well, best of luck. Good sponsors on the car. Who looks after you?
Cleanways, iBattery, and the Holden Trade Club, Valvoline, and Broker King for sponsoring the series.
Good stuff, mate. Well, best of luck, and we'll catch you hopefully at the end of the night.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so we're going to be catching up with a few of these guys over the course of the evening, and this young lady here, 117C, Billy Woodhouse. Billy, you had not a bad run yesterday, kept yourself out of trouble, and just started to accumulate some points.
Yeah, it was a good run last night. A lot better than last season, so we're onwards and upwards.
Oh, and the car itself, is it feeling good?
Yeah, it's really good. We've changed a lot of things in the off-season, so the car's gone good.
Absolutely. So what are some of the changes you've made to it?
I've actually got Paddy North's saloon engine, and we've changed the rear end to a 4-bar.
It seems that a lot of the saloon drivers are doing that. Do you know the logistics of the reasons why they're doing it?
I just know it's a lot better to drive.
That's all you need to know, really, isn't it? Alrighty. So today's plan, what is it? Just nice and steady as she goes?
I like to get a bit higher up on the points and see what we can do.
What's the goal ultimately for this Saloon Speedweek? Where do you want to see yourself?
Oh, maybe in the top 15 would be good.
Absolutely, and you're doing a good job so far of doing that as well. I mean, at the end of the day, all you got to do is just complete every race, isn't it? Let the guys up the front, if they want to wreck themselves, and let them do it, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll just finish every race, hopefully, and just get the points.
Good stuff. Good sponsors. Who looks after you?
Got CRW Posts, Conventional Baling, Stealth Engineering, MD Freighting, Suck It Up, Glen 24/7, and Sure Thing Decorators.
Alrighty, you're still down here in the pits, and of course we're just, as we see, we're going to catch up with a few of the drivers, and this immaculately presented car with a big wheel mark on the side of it now, Dave Ingram. It is the 116A Ray White car. Mate, another speed week for you. Now, by memory, if it serves me correctly, it wasn't such a fantastic speed week for you last time. I think you had issues with the car, didn't you?
A lot of issues. We struggled last year. I don't think we finished the race. Yeah. That's one to forget about.
Yeah, well, we won't talk about it now. We'll move on. And so tell me, though, this speed week, you've had a good run yesterday. Are you happy with the way car's going?
Car's performing great. The old boys set the car up really good, and yeah, it's a rocket ship. So just got to keep up with a few young fellas.
Yeah, they're going pretty good, aren't they? And of course, difficult track last night at Cromwell though as well. Pretty slick. Still a lot of racing service, but just hard to pass on.
Very hard to pass, but I really enjoyed it. It was really good running the cushion, just trying to keep the speed through the turns and run clean and fast. So it was big thumbs up for me.
Okay, what about Riverside Speedway? You done any laps here before?
Half a lap last year. So
we keep going back to that last year thing, don't we? It seems to be a bit of a bugbear for you. So the goal is to obviously complete the meeting here. Your expectations for the Saloon Speedweek for this year, where do you think you're going to be sitting, or where would you like to finish?
Up towards the front, you know. We all want to be up there with the front. There's a lot of class drivers here, a lot of good machinery, so we'll just race hard and fast, clean, and have fun.
So your idea, why do Speedweek? What's the appeal for you?
It's just a great event. The calibre of drivers, it's hard, fast, close racing, and it's hard to get that when you go from one track to the next. Everyone's together, and we travel like a roadshow. It's awesome.
So it looks like the South Island might be one up or two up. So you guys will be wanting to try and bring it back a wee bit so the North Island start sort of featuring a wee bit up the front there.
Well, wherever it is, I'm pretty sure we'll be. South Island's a great place. It's fantastic scenery and they've got fantastic tracks. So, but if it comes back to the North Island, it's probably 3 days of less travelling.
Absolutely, mate. Hey, well, thanks very much for talking to us. Good sponsors to look after you on the car. Who looks after you, mate?
Ray White Papatoe, and it's Ray White mainly. So.
Well, that's the one. So all the colours are on there. So clearly, they're the ones that look after you the most. And who is it that's in the Ray White?
Dad.
Oh yeah, so he's the Ray White man, eh?
Yeah. He's done very well within Ray White. So, hats off to him. Without him, it'd make it hard.
Alrighty, the Saloon Series Manager, of course, the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek Series Manager is this man here, Wes Hughes. Wes, we caught up with you before the start of racing yesterday, and you were looking for a nice, clean, good, well-presented, professional show, and I think you pretty much got that yesterday at Cromwell.
We very much got it. Even I started out nervous to think everybody's going to behave themselves, but yeah, it came off very good. Very pleased with the track, very presentation, the conduct and the manners of all the teams have been fantastic last night.
Absolutely, and it was a broomer of a feature race as well. The two Southland boys, of course, the Phillips boys there, ducking away with it, and it's really these other guys have got to find something and try and catch up and chase them. Yeah,
it's great to have new blood, and in this case, young blood come into the series. That's what its promotion's all about. This series promoted saloons for many, many years, and to have the two Phillips boys do so well, good on them, well done. We love to have them in there.
And anybody else that you're sort of having a wee look at and going, oh, they're not doing too bad?
Yeah, no, Scott Lansdowne, 74, will do 74A will do well. Nigel Ross is always a favourite of mine and a hard charger. Willie Woodhouse are one to watch, and this has been a great series.
Absolutely. Good sponsors for the series as well. Who's looking after us this year?
All right, Holden Trade Club, Valvoline, Chemwash, Tauranga OTM, Barclays Engravers, CRC, Burger King's doing a fantastic job, Mondial, XFactor Cars, Graham Williamson, of course, and Cleanways has been a great sponsor.
Absolutely, mate. Well, Wes, what can we expect tonight?
We expect a nice, clean, tidy racing. This will be a different track for some. Some haven't raced on here before, and we'll get it all done before too dark, but nice, neat, clean racing.
Hi, Scott here from XFactor Cars, Southland's V8 specialists, stockists of the South Island's biggest selection of Holden HSV, also with a wide range of everything Ford, FPV and classic American muscle. With an in-house finance specialist, we can tailor build a package to suit each and every budget, from no deposit, structured payments and up to 60-month terms. If we don't have it in stock, our team will search high and low to find what you want. Check out our testimonials, xfactorcars.co.nz.
Welcome back, folks. The Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek brought to you by Valvoline and locally brought to you by Fulton Hogan, the AC Talco Colorado out there with these cars. What a sight. Love them when they come down here last year. One of my favourite meetings, and loving just the sight of this here tonight. The sound, the smell, the whole lot. What an absolute sight. And of course, if you are sitting at home in the armchair watching it, folks, as we said before, beautiful night here in the Deep South, but very, very windy indeed. We welcome all the crews, all the drivers back to the Deep South for round 2 of the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek presented by Valvoline. They speed up. Flag drops. We're away and racing here in the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek at XFactor Cars Riverside Speedway. And it's Taylor who leads them through 1 and 2. Fast out of turn 2. Clearing off from Murdoch already. He's got a car length and a half at the moment. Very, very tight as they head down to 3 and 4. Taylor leads. Murdoch in second place. Then we go back to Billy Woodhouse, it looks like. George Phillips trying to find a way through. Matt Green's right there. 116, David Ingram, he's made massive inroads in this one here already. He was down towards the back of the pack. He's now up into 6th place with Aaron Andrews and Steve Williams just behind him. But out in front, it is car number 18 from Kihi, Chris Taylor. In this skinny built car. He's got a handy lead at the moment. Through 3 and 4 he goes on the main straight once more. Really starting to clear off from the rest of the field, but keep an eye on car 47. Feature winner last night, trying to work his way through the field here. Has a look to the outside of Murdoch. Murdoch sticks his car, the nose of the car down nice and low. Looks pretty well balanced as they come down the main straight now. It is still car 18, Taylor, who leads this one here. Murdoch in second, then we go back to George Phillips, Billy Woodhouse. David Ingram. Ingram goes around the outside of Woodhouse now. Here comes Dutchy. Peter Skelton starting to work his way through. Matt Green just behind him. Another lap down, and it's still the Hydrolink. Skinny chassis of Chris Taylor. Almost half a straight length at the moment. Phillips goes right round the outside. Chucks a big Hypermac in sideways. He's going to take second place for Murdoch. So Murdoch now drops back down to third. Has Phillips got anything in the tank to chase down Taylor? Wait and see. Ingram still looking fast. Dutchy starting to come through the field now in car number 12. He's now up into 5th place. Woodhouse behind him. Then we go back to Williams. The 45 of Mark Hinton trying to work his way through here now at the moment. He's got Green on his tail. Then we go back to the new man, Roberts. Raymond Phillips, car 17. He's struggling a wee bit in this one here. He's down the field. Then we go to Taylor, Andrews, and at the rear of the field, 146, Paul Wright. But it's still Taylor, the Hydrolink machine, well out in front at the moment. Still half a straight length over Phillips. Then we go back to Murdoch. Murdoch now starting to come under pressure from David Ingram. Skelton right there as well. Skelton high and wide, almost gives the wall a bit of a kiss on the main straight. Very, very close indeed. He's looking for drive up high, shoots back down low though, ducks down the inside of Ingram. Murdoch, he's caught there. So Murdoch caught down low. Ingram goes to the outside, so does Skelton. So they both pick themselves up another placing. So there may be issues for Murdoch. He seems to have slowed considerably. So your race order at the moment, 18, Chris Taylor. He leads this one here from George Phillips as the white flag comes out. One more to run. Heat number 1 at XFactor Cars Riverside Speedway. Ingram comes through next. Then we go to Skelton. Only a couple of corners to go. He's led from start to finish. It's going to be car 18. Chris Taylor will take out heat number 1. George Phillips, second place. Then we go to Ingram, car number 116. Very, very close in the end with Dutchy, Skelton. Then we go to Ivan Murdoch in car 7. Steve Williams, a bit of a tangle up out on track there at the moment. That's the 74 of Roberts. And may well be Taylor by the looks of it. Barry Taylor from Cromwell as well, parked the wrong way. So Roberts has managed to get up and running again. Taylor faces the wrong direction, but very, very quick out there. Heat number 1 of the evening.
Okay, folks, down here, and of course, in the pits at the XFactor Cars Riverside Speedway, and the winner of the first heat, fantastic win as well, is the 18K of Chris Taylor, mate. Wow, that's pretty good. You got that car hooked up pretty good in that race.
Yeah, well, I was on the inside, so I wanted to make sure I got in there, and I thought it was going to be a little bit slicker, but actually we got the setup bang on, so I'm wrapped. I don't know how far ahead I was, but...
Oh, you're enough to get the checkered flag first. That's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, any changes to the car you're going to make this time around?
Yeah, we'll probably just tighten it up a little bit. I think the track's going to go away a little bit, so tighten it up a little bit, I think.
The wind's not helping that track, though, is it? I mean, it's drying it out as quick as they're putting water into it.
Yeah, it's going to dry out all right. Yep.
But you're a bit of a slick track specialist anyway, so you should do pretty good on this, eh?
Yeah, I hope so.
Horsepower means nothing with a slick track, is that right?
Yeah, there was still a bit of drive at the end, that one, but hopefully it'll get a bit slicker for me.
You want it to go. Everybody wants to go tacky. You wanted to go slick. Good sponsors on the car, and we've got one that's mutual, of course, Hydrolink. Those guys look after you, look after me pretty good too.
Yeah, no, they do. Doug and Tokara there at Hydrolink looks after me. No, it's awesome. Got a few other sponsors here too. Sacco, Cyan Magic, who does all the graphics. Drivewire. Yeah, no, all good sponsors. You can't do it without them.
Good stuff, mate. Well, we'll let you carry on and get your car ready for the next heat, mate.
Thank you.
So they start to line up now between behind the AC Delco, Holden, Colorado pace car. All right. And the Pro X just behind him. Absolute rumble as they come on to the main straight. Car 12, the Norwood-sponsored machine of Dutchy. Peter Skelton. He won the series last year, currently sits in 3rd place. He's in a handy starting position. Williamson on his outside. 45, Mark Hinton, another Pro X. He will start from the 3rd row of the grid. He's got Burgess on his outside from Cromwell. As we mentioned before, he is the current Southland Saloon champion. He's probably done this series more than any other South Island driver. He's been amongst the series for a very, very long time. Had engine failure early in the season. Timing chain wrapped around the front of the motor caused a lot of damage. Got that motor back last week, only just run it in. Looked very, very quick last night in Cromwell until he suffered gearbox issues. So he's got some points to make up. Lights are out, folks. We're about to go racing. Heat 2, Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek about to get underway. Flood the outside. Down to 1 and 2 we go. Greens are on. Williamson the outside as well. Oh, a wee bit of contact there between Wright and Williamson down the back straight. Look for Dutchy to duck underneath. He's managed to move down the inside of Graham Williamson, car number 21. But Williamson will not give that place away easy at all. Williamson trying to find a way around right at the moment. Dutchy right there. Then we go back to Hinton, car number 71. Willie Woodhouse through the pack very, very fast. He's now moved up into 5th place, 6th place actually. Then we go to Roberts. Jeff Richardson tries to find a way through there as well. He's down in about 9th place at the moment. Williamson now up into 2nd. So he's starting to make inroads. The love lady of Graham Williamson, former New Zealand Championship winning car, at the hands of Ryan Marsden. Look at Dutchy right out on that wall once again. Absolutely nothing between the rear guard of that car and the concrete wall when he came out of 3 and 4. But it's your former national champion, Rob Flood, the man from Blenheim, who leads this one here. Car 791, Williamson comfortably in second place. What a battle at the moment for third between Wright. Oh, Dutchie does give the wall a clip this time. And then he comes down, almost contact between him and Mark Hinton. Then we go back to Woodhouse, Roberts, Phillips. The 46 of Nigel Ross right in there as well. Woodhouse in a heck of a fight at the moment with Hinton. There's battles all over the place at the moment. Ingram struggling a wee bit in this one here. David Ingram, he was very, very quick in heat number 1. He's down the order in this one. Flood still leads from Graham Williamson of Riverside. Then we go back to Paul Wright from of Auckland. Peter Skelton, car number 12, just behind him. Then we go back to Hinton, Woodhouse. Phillips now, he's moved up a couple of spots. So no change in the order up front though. Flood in full control of this one here. Graham Williamson doing what he can to chase him down though. Real battle for third and fourth at the moment between Paul Wright and the Pro X and the Verdona chassis of Dutchie. The defending champion once again, front wheel in the air. He's finding drive down there at 3 and 4. Very clean, tidy driving at the moment. Burgess parked up on the infield, so issues for car 15. Graham Williamson really starting to put pressure on Flood at the moment, the two love ladies. Williamson knows this Invercargill track like the back of his hand. Half a car length between the two of them. Down the back straight, white flag will be presented this time around. What has Williamson got for Flood? One more to run here at XFactor Cars, Riverside Speedway. It's Williamson, Flood, Skelton. Then we go back to Wright, Hinton, Woodhouse, Ross, Phillips, Roberts, Ingram, Knight, Richardson and Green. Checker flag comes out though. But your man out in front, Rob Flood. He takes out race number 2 here of the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek. So we've got Flood 791, Graham Williamson in 21, Peter Skelton, car number 12 in third place. Once again, fast, furious racing. What a sight, what a show put on by the drivers here tonight. That's heat number 2. Still one more heat still to run here. All part of the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek, brought to you by Valvoline.
At wholesale tyres in Whakatane.
Need truck tyres? Wholesale tyres. Good tyres, better prices, great people.
Technical Welding Services Hamilton are specialists in the transit concrete mixer industry. From chassis drop-off to a full working concrete mixing, the team will take care of the job from start to finish. Full engineering services and general sheet metal work can also be undertaken. Need a quote? Call 07 847 2031 or visit our website www.techweld.nz. Technical Welding Services Hamilton, we are the experts.
Hi, Malcolm Nardo from Suck It Up. We specialise in hydro excavation in the Canterbury region, safe dig methods around services. Also we do septic tank cleaning, drain cleaning, CCTV over your pipes. If you want an excellent service, please check us out on Facebook.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
Okay, down on the pits here with the man that just won that last race, a 791 with Rob Flood. Mate, that was an awesome drive. You were off the front. You had to do something, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to make it all happen, didn't I? Track was pretty good, eh? It sort of went away towards the end. I was sort of hugging the pole line where the drive was, and we come home with a win, so super happy.
I'm sure John Lovelady's pretty happy as well because he had first and second in that particular race as well. So, of course, Graham Williamson, you only had to make a mistake and he was all over you.
Yeah, I could hear somebody behind me, Glad it was Graham. Good to see LRC 1-2.
Okay, so what's the deal with the car? Is it feeling good? Is there more in it? What are you going to do?
Yeah, there's a lot more in it. We've got a bit more side bite to get out of it yet, and it's not getting off the corners as much as I want, so we'll just fine-tune over the next heats and be ready for the feature.
What do you reckon the track's going to do as the day goes on?
It's probably going to get a little bit rough, I suppose, and it's going to slicken off quite badly.
Yeah, it looks like it's it's definitely cooled off quite a bit, so we might be able to retain a bit of moisture in there and give it a bit of drive later on as well.
Yeah, let's hope so,
Hey, you love the drive?
No, I love a slick track, mate.
Yeah, well, that's what Chris Taylor's saying as well. I think all you guys at especially Lovelady cars are perfect in the slick, are they?
Yeah, they're built for slick tracks,
Yeah, absolutely. Good sponsors, mate?
Yes, we do. We've got Lovelady race cars, of course, Radiator Services, One Stop Brake and Auto, Marlboro Panel and Paint, Penrite Oils, another CRC. That's better, I think.
It's good stuff, mate. Well, hey, congratulations on the win.
So folks, green flag drops, we are away and racing. Heat number 3, Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek as an angry bunch of V8 powered saloons skid past the control tower here. And the man out in front, car number 46, Nigel Ross, off to an absolute flyer. Jeff Richardson gets airborne on the back straight there. Contact, he's had an absolute shocker of a run so far in the last 2 nights. He's been involved in all and any contact which has gone on. But look at the lead out in front at the moment, 46. Nigel Ross leads this one here from car number 89, Tom Roberts in the Pro X in second place. He's coming under pressure as well. Trying to work his way through is Willie Woodhouse and the 74 of Scott Lansdowne. Lansdowne looking very, very aggressive at the moment in 4th place. Right behind them, the man from Dunedin, Raymond Phillips. Then we go back to Steve Williams, Aaron Andrews. Phil Burgess there side by side with Andrews as well. But another lap ticked off from your man out in front there, 46, Nigel Ross. The pale blue machine from Auckland absolutely looks the part here tonight at XFactor Cars Riverside Speedway for round 2 of the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek. And he's in full control at the moment, down between 1 and 2. He goes, it's still Ross that leads this one here from Roberts. Woodhouse is there, so's Lansdowne. Phillips. Williams looks down the inside of Phillips, manages to get a wee bit of drive out of 2. Tries sticking the nose down there, can't quite get past. Phil Burgess now, he's starting to work his way up towards the tail end of those cars at the moment. Graham Williamson in a good battle with Aaron Andrews. Then we go back to Flood, Taylor, Barry Taylor there as well. Billy Woodhouse and Jeff Richardson at the tail of the field. So it's a Friday evening cruise at the moment for car number 46, the love lady of Nigel Ross. Leads this one here, the ITM sponsored machine of Tom Roberts comfortably in second place at the moment, but starting to come under a wee bit of pressure from Willie Woodhouse with that Mike Vadona car, the Mike Vadona chassis. Last year's series winning car. Lansdowne all over the back of Woodhouse at the moment. He's currently in 4th place. Distance at the moment back to the Valvoline machine of Steve Williams. Williams currently in 5th place with Phillips behind him. Then we go back to Burgess. 8th at the moment, we see 57 Aaron Andrews in Graham Williamson and Rob Flood. Flood works his way around the outside of Williamson. They had that great battle in heat number 2. But they're down the field at the moment. That battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th is still on. Roberts just ahead of Woodhouse and Lansdowne. Lansdowne just cannot find a way past Woodhouse. He's trying the high line. He's going under low. He's trying to chuck that car everywhere he possibly can and just cannot get it done. Chucks a wheel right over that pole line to Woodhouse. He's in defence mode at the moment. Williams trying to chase them down. He's got Phillips behind him. Burgess now starting to find some pace as the white flag comes out. One more lap to run here at XFactor Cars Riverside Speedway. in the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek, the final heat. And it's going to be your man from Auckland, Nigel Ross. He'll take this one here out. Second place, car 89. That's Tom Robertson, the Pro X. 71, Willie Woodhouse from Christchurch in third place. Lansdowne in fourth, car 74. Then we go back to Steve Williams in fifth. Raymond Phillipson, 6 bags, some valuable points. Seventh, Phil Burgess. Then we go back to Flood, car 791. Aaron Andrews, 57 and 9th. And rounding up your top 10, we go back to Graham Williamson in 10th place. So there we go, folks. There's going to be a big wash-up of points now. We'll find out who will go through, of course, to the Burger King Dash for Cash. 2 races there. They were pretty exciting last night too. It's an absolutely fantastic format.
Okay, folks, here we are back down the pits again. And of course, what a fantastic run from you, Nigel Ross. All you had to do was just sort of head off into the distance. That's exactly what you did. No one was even close to you, mate. That must have felt pretty good.
Yeah, it was really good. Lovelady said, like, try and be one car off the pole line and, just practice for the feature. And so I mucked around there, and I'd prefer to go the high line. But I was just bringing the car in probably too fast into the turn, and so my exit wasn't where I wanted it to be. So it's good to take on the advice, and it's good to sort of be able to say, sure, I'll listen to that and take it on, because every bit of advice, the car's getting better and better, so we're really happy with it. And, great track tonight. Like, for Invercargill, this is good fun,
Absolutely, and of course, the 46K A car ready for the feature. Any changes you're going to make?
We're just making one. We just want a little bit more drive coming off, so I can, because I'm going to try, I think we're going to have to do some passing underneath with that, with the way that Dash of Cash goes. More than likely it'll be the highest points. I'll be off the back of the dash. 6 laps, you ain't going to get any passing done. Last night I started grid 12, so I'm going to be back there. I think that we're going to be doing, everybody's going to want to go Indian file to the high line, and I want a fast car on the pole line.
Big business or small business, we've got mobile solutions to give any size business an edge. Our regionally based account managers can scope your business and deliver to your evolving needs. Take control of your team's business mobiles with individual plans or shared data pools, along with solutions that offer increased control over device and data security and the flexibility to easily manage your team's mobiles and apps. Whatever your business, whatever your size, talk to your Spark customer lead or business hub today.
For any powder coating job, no matter the size, Invercargill's powder line can deliver the desired professional finish. Specialising in powder coating and thermoplastic coating for any aluminium or steel items. Powder line services are suitable for both domestic and commercial purposes with 2 large ovens on site. Powder line can powder coat anything from mag wheels, car parts, gates, sprint car frames to house flashings, garden seats and aluminium window frames. With 280 colours on site for customers to choose from, we have access to thousands more, which are available by order. Give the friendly office staff a call to book your job in now.
This will determine your inside line for the 20-lap feature a little bit later on. Burger King Dash for Cash 1. Winner picks up the cash. Great way of shuffling out your starting positions for the feature race. 6 cars parked on the infield. They'll go and do it next. Lights are out. We'll go racing. Burger King Dash for Cash. Lansdowne Hinton at the front. Way we go, folks. We are away and racing. Down into turn 1 and 2 we go. Lansdowne with the nose down in front, but it's the 45 of Mark Hinton. Looks fast down the outside of the track there. Roberts is right there as well. Williamson, he's dropped a spot. He's down to 5th place, but it's Hinton who's out in front at the moment here in the Burger King Dash for Cash. Down to 1 and 2 we go. And it's still Hinton in front. Then we go back to Lansdowne. Roberts looking racy. Look at Nigel Ross right down the outside there as they head down to 3 and 4. He's loving the circuit here tonight at XFactor Cars Riverside Speedway. Down the outside of Roberts he goes into 1 and 2. Onto the back straight now. It's still Hinton who's in control of this, but check out car 46. Nigel Ross. He is super fast at the moment in this love lady. Lansdowne chucks it right in beside, and there's a real battle happening for second and third, but Ross goes right round the outside. Will he chase down the 45 of Mark Hinton in the Pro X? He's looking racy at the moment, so your race order at the moment we see Hinton in 45 leads this one here from Ross. Is Ross going to have a go down the back straight past the Community Trust of Southland Sign? Into 3 and 4 we go. White flag will be presented this time around. This will put him on grid position 1 in the 20 lap feature happening a little bit later on, and it's Ross who leads. What a race. He leads this one here. He's pulling away from Hinton. He's super fast here tonight. Checkered flag about to be presented. Burger King Dash for Cash, race 1 goes to Nigel Ross. Hinton in second place. Then we go back to Lansdowne, Roberts, Phillips and Williamson at the tail of the field. But Nigel Ross, is anybody going to be able to stop him here tonight? At XFactor Cars Riverside Speedway, 1 Heat 3. He's just won the Burger King Dash for Cash 1. He will start from position 1 here tonight. Folks, lights are out. Dash for Cash brought to you by Burger King. We're away and racing. Look at Taylor, fast. Down into 1 and 2, side by side. Ingram though, can he get the drive out of 2? No, he can't. So Taylor in front here. Look at Shelton, right through he goes. He's up to 4th place now, car number 12. But it's Taylor out in front from Ingram. Then we've got Woodhouse there as well. Woodhouse tries to go around the outside of Ingram of Auckland. Steve Williams trying to go toe-to-toe with Dutchie in car number 12. He's in 4th place at the moment. Williams has a big look on the inside. Flood's right there as well. Absolutely nothing between these 6 cars. This is fantastic racing, folks, here at XFactor Cars Riverside Speedway. Taylor still defending. Ingram's trying to throw absolutely everything at him in that Ray White sponsored 116 from Auckland. Down between 3 and 4 they go, onto the main straight once more. Look at Dutchie, aggressive as anything, tries to move his way through the field. He's trying to slot up into 3rd place, but Woodhouse is super fast. He goes down the outside of Ingram for a crack at 2nd. Very, very hard to pass at the moment. Absolutely still nothing between these cars. You could chuck a blanket over them. It is still Taylor and the Hydrolink machine who leads this one here. Woodhouse manages to move clearly up now to 2nd. Does he have an answer for a man out in front with just 1 more lap to go when they come past the starter this time? Still nothing between these cars at all. Taylor leads. Woodhouse up in 2nd. Here comes Dutchie, car 12. Through 3 and 4, 1 more corner to contest. Who's going to start from grid position 2? It's going to be Taylor in car number 18, Chris Taylor. He takes it out from the 71 of Willie Woodhouse. Then we go back to Shelton, car number 12, 116, which is Ingram. Steve Williams, 21, will start from, it's finished 5th. And Rob Flood, 791 in 6th place. So there it is, folks. Your Dash for Cash, brought to you by Burger King. Almost makes the goosebumps come out. It's such a cool sound, a cool feel. And these drivers, they get energy from you guys, so make a bit of noise when you do go around. They get a bit of a kick out of doing this, going around here and doing the salute. So you guys that have come out here tonight, great to see everyone up on their feet. Horns are going. What a sight. Of course, as we mentioned before, Wes and Steve, of course, who put this together. It's a great format. They've got a great bunch of drivers who are involved. Of course, it is a selection process. You've got to be selected to be part of the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek. Cream of the crop right there. These drivers will be absolutely buzzing at the moment. Make some noise for them, folks, as they circulate around. 4-wide salute for the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek. What a sight. The sight, the sound, the smell as they come past the control tower. Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek 20-lap grand final. We are underway. Down into turn 1 and 2 we go. They all come out. Oh no, they don't all come out the other side. Major contact and a pile up. Phillips was involved in it. George Phillips, that is. Lansdowne was involved in it. Williamson. Murdoch's there. Richardson's there. Stack of cars. There's been nothing all night at all. They've driven so well. Wee bit of nose to tail in the 20-lap final. So just having a look at the replay, and it looks like it may well have been car 89. Tom Roberts got a wee bit sideways. George Phillips, he had absolutely nowhere to go. He was a passenger in this one here. He went in there, and everyone else just basically, yeah, you can see coming out of 2. Contact between Tom Roberts and 47 from Dunedin. George Phillips, the series leader. Be good to have a look at that replay just once more. We've got the beauty of the replay and the control tower tonight, folks, which unfortunately you people live in the arena don't see. So here we go once again. So I think there was actually trouble up front there. Yeah, I think it was car number 74, Scott Lansdowne. He basically started the domino effect. He come out of turn 2, struggled to get out, chucked it a bit sideways. Another replay here now, so I'm just keeping an eye on Lansdowne, car number 74. He struggled coming out of 2. And of course, he had Tom Roberts. So Lansdowne, he was bouncing around coming out of 2. Roberts was right behind him, and he really slowed coming out of 2. Roberts had nowhere to go, but straight up his backside. Phillips was right there as well. He had nowhere to go. Williamson into the back of Phillips, and basically it was domino effect from there. Raymond Phillips did very, very well not to make any contact, and then Williamson got absolutely snotted by Green, Richardson, Murdoch, Taylor, the whole bunch. So racing incident, we'll call it. Up between 3 and 4 we go. Lights have gone green, we are away and racing. Taylor this time it is, who gets an absolute flyer down between 1 and 2. Through they go, can they come through cleanly? It's Taylor and car 18 down the back straight towards 3 and 4. Hinton a big look as well. Woodhouse looking threatening in the early stages of this one, but it's Ross who's on the inside. Where are we going to find the best drive late in the day in this track? Taylor's looking for it up high at the moment. So's Woodhouse. Ross in second place. Side by side through 3 and 4. Dutchie trying to find a way through in car number 12 now as well. Lansdowne's right there. Into 1 and 2 once more. Hinton's dropped a few spots. George Phillips not too far off the back of this lead pack as well. Ingram's right there, as is car 89, Tom Roberts. It's a pretty angry bunch at the moment, and they're all chasing Chris Taylor. Down between 1 and 2 once more. Scouting, look at him, he's hungry at the moment. He's in 3rd place and looking for a way through. Woodhouse has dropped down to 4th now. Nigel Ross still looking racy in 2nd place. Has he got an answer for the hydraulic machine out in front? Those cars in 1st and 2nd trying to make a gap. But Shelton, he's done plenty of laps here at XFactor Cars Riverside Speedway. He's trying to do what he can to stick with the leaders. Good tidy racing at the moment. Plenty of battles happening out on track. But out front, Taylor. I thought he was going to open the door that time to Ross. Dutchie has a wee look on the inside of Ross now between 3 and 4. Woodhouse is still right there, as is Lansdowne. Another lap ticked off. Oh, Ross has a big look this time. Can he sneak down the inside? Looks like he's going to, but it's the drive on the outside. Look how much drive car 18 Chris Taylor got coming out of 2. Ross really needs to work him to the inside so he can get that outside drive. Down between 1 and 2 once more. Hinton sitting right down on that pole line. No change up front with your top 3 at the moment. We've still got Taylor. Then we go back to Ross, scouting there. The 71 of Woodhouse currently sits in 4th place. Then Lansdowne still looking threatening. Then we go back to Hinton in car number 45. He's currently sitting in 6th place with the 89 of Tom Roberts in 7th. Ingram, he's in 8th place at the moment with Flood in 9th. And Steve Williams rounds up your top 10. In fact, George Phillips is here as well. He's not showing on the timing monitor at the moment. So Phillips it is who he'll be up in 8th place. So we've got a car. If that car in turn 1 can turn its lights off between 1 and 2. Taylor at the moment. He's got 3 or 4 car lengths over Ross. The Taylor making every post the winner through 1 and 2. Starting to spread now these front runners. The hydraulic machine though of Taylor. Car 18. Off to a handy lead midway through this one here. The 20-lap feature final for the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek. Round Taylor, there's issues for him. He's slowing down the back straight. Issues for Taylor. 89 to the infield as well. Tom Roberts, he's out of this one. Taylor's up towards the wall. Yellows have come on. This is going to change the face of this race here. The final of round 2, the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek, and the race leader, Chris Taylor, absolutely, he will be livid. He was flying. A flat tyre also puts car 89 Tom Roberts out. He was up in about 7th place.
Got a broken computer? Don't throw it in the bin.
E-Waste Services to the rescue!
Has your TV or toaster blown up?
E-Waste Services to the rescue!
Be a superhero. Recycle your electronics today. You don't even need to leave your home or business. They'll pick up most items anywhere in the Wellington-Kapiti region. E-Waste Services. They recycle anything with a plug. Head online to ewasteservices.co.nz or call 564 5464.
The St. Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Can-Do Fishing's famous Bluff Kinner. Once caught, the Kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Can-Do Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-bone fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Can-Do Fishing Kinner, fish or power. Can-Do Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you.
Lansdowne, the 74 of Lansdowne from Auckland. Scott Lansdowne in 5th place. Green flag waves, we're away racing once more. Second restart. Down to 1 and 2 we go. Look at Dutchy, has a wee look down the inside, but Ross has managed to get onto that outside line. That's where Taylor was getting all the drive earlier on in this one here. He'll want to sit there. Takes it out wide towards the wall. Phillips very, very close now too. He's finding plenty of drive on the outside and starting to put a ton of pressure. He's gone right around the outside of Hinton and down the outside of Lansdowne. So George Phillips now from Dunedin absolutely scorching around the outside of this field. He's trying to have a crack now down the outside of Lansdowne. Gets the job done. So watch for car 47 of Dunedin. He's trying to chase down Woodhouse at the moment. He's got an absolute ton of drive on the outside. Oh, there's another car. Stop there and turn. They need to put the yellows on the outside of turn 4. Can't quite decipher who that is. It may well be Ivan Murdoch, not sure. No, Murdoch's on course. Lights are out, ready to go once more. Nigel Ross leads them around. Does Dutchie have an answer for him this time? Down to 1 and 2 we go. Ross gets pushed slightly wide, but he manages to get drive out of 2, manages to get the overlap. So Skelton now slips back into second place. Woodhouse is right there. Phillips on the outside. Lands down the inside. Down to 1 and 2. Absolutely nothing between your front runners at the moment. Raymond Phillips overshoots 1 and 2, but he gets a heap of drive down the back straight, passes Knight and Murdoch. Ross still leads this one here. He's starting to pull out a slight buffer from Skelton, but Skelton very, very fast between 1 and 2. That's where he seems to make up the gap. And he has another look, Skelton, right down the inside now. Not enough to make a move, though. Phillips has moved up to 3rd place, but can he cover? Woodhouse has another look on the inside. Oh, in fact, Phillips, that front bumper of his car, the whole front guard, folding up over the bonnet. He's moved up to 3rd now. He's managed to clear Woodhouse. Can he make a move for the lead? Still time to run in this one here. Lap 17 we're up to, and it's Nigel Ross who leads. Then Skelton. George Phillips putting it all on the line at the moment. He's in 3rd place and looking racy. Down to 3 and 4 we go. It is still Ross who leads in car 46. Skelton there as well. Flood. He's starting to pay Woodhouse a bit of attention. Lansdowne, he's there in 6th place at the moment with Hinton. Steve Williams behind him. Graham Williamson doing an absolutely fantastic job at the moment. Oh, wee bit of contact there. White flag is out. We've got 1 to run. It's all on the line here, folks. Who's it going to be? Look at them. There's a bunch of 4 or 5 cars going to turns 1 and 2. Here comes Phillips around the outside. Ross is right there. Skelton's there as well. Phillips on the outside. There's contact on the straight, but it's going to be Ross. What a finish. What an absolute ripper here at XFactor Cars Riverside Speedway. Nigel Ross takes it out from Skelton. George Phillips it is who's in 3rd place. He's not showing on the timing monitor. Then we go back to Woodhouse. Flood and Lansdowne. What a finish. 1 of 5 cars when they come out of turn 1 and 2 on the last lap could have absolutely taken that. But Nigel Ross, look at the state of George Phillips's car. It's all folded itself inside out. So folks, put your hands together, make some noise. What a race win for the 46 of Nigel Ross. All the way from Auckland, comes to the deep south, takes out round number 2, Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek. What a final. Massive thanks to everybody involved. A massive effort by crew, by driver. A lot of families come down to check this out. You put on an absolutely fantastic show. Fantastic stuff, folks. Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek round 2, done and dusted here at XFactor Cars Riverside Speedway. Don't forget that next meeting, Christmas Champs, 14th of December. Enjoy the rest of your night, folks. Catch you next time.
Well, here we are deep in the dark depths of the pits, and it's definitely getting dark, George Phillips, but what a drive, mate. That was absolutely outstanding. Now, we're not 100% sure at this time whether you're 2nd or 3rd. I think you're a 3rd, but your lap scoring, your ELS is not working very well.
The last couple of laps, every now and again around the corner, the car would full on die. I'd have to push the start button, give it heaps of gas, and away we'd go again. But that and the bonnet being halfway through the window and all that was a bit of a difficulty, but we got her done. But wouldn't have been able to do that without Brian and James's help. You know, the car was just on point, put it anywhere on the track, and it just went for it.
So what you're saying is if you had the bonnet down and you had the engine running properly, you probably would have got for first, because I reckon another couple of laps it might have been a different story.
Oh, yeah, I'd say I would have definitely been there, because I couldn't quite see with the bonnet, and I didn't want to, cause damage or anything like that, so I was sort of backing out, because, it's better to finish 3rd than just to wreck everyone else and none of us finish at all, so Yeah.
It's a bit of a shame your transponder's broken because your old man thought you were out. He's watching the live stream at home and he goes, "Oh my God, he's gone!" But obviously, you just it's just amazing drive. I'm sure he's pretty proud of you. Unfortunately, not here, but I'm sure he's having a beer for you right now.
Yeah, unfortunately couldn't be here, but let's go out there and do the job for him, and I'm sure he'll be home and a beer and a hug from me when I get home. So yeah.
Do you like hugs from him?
Yeah, my old man gets good hugs.
Good stuff. All right, let's look after your sponsors, obviously, who've done a great job for you as well, along with your crew. Who looks after you, bud?
Cleanways, iHigh, iBattery, IMO, Powderline. John Silverwright at Powderline does an amazing job, gets all the panels painted in fiberglass. iSigns for doing all the stickering. Holden Trade Club, Burger King, and Valvoline for sponsoring the series. Brian, Mum, James, Raymond, Craig, everyone that comes down and helps put the car together and gets it the way that was there so we could race like that. It's just unreal.
Outstanding, George. You're definitely becoming a bit of a superstar of the Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek for 2019. Let's see what you can get up to tomorrow at Dunedin Speedway.
Thank you.
Okay, of course, that was a fantastic battle from those two guys in second and third spot, and this man's definitely been given the second place position. It is Peter Scouten. Peter, mate, that was a race and a half. You hung on there, and you just did enough to do the job to get second.
Yeah, that track actually held up really good, and yeah, it was good racing. It was really good racing. Yeah.
A lot of people are saying it's probably one of the best tracks they've driven on here at Riverside Speedway.
Yeah, I've been here a couple of times, but it's up there. Yeah, sure.
Okay, but so the car feels good. Is it no real damage, nothing to worry about? Ready to move on to Beachland Speedway tomorrow?
Yeah, no, we're ready to go. Just a bit of cosmetic stuff, really. Yeah.
Okay, so you're happy with it? Way it's going?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's a rocket ship. It's good.
Defending champion, though, you'll be just quietly chipping away?
Yeah. Oh, we'll just do what we have to. Yeah.
Good stuff. Who's the sponsors, mate?
Oh, yeah, if I can just mention some of the sponsors for the series first, if that's all right. The Holden Trade Club, Valvoline, Burger King, we've got XFactor Cars, we've got Cam Wash, we've got Cleanways, Mondial. Yeah, they're all looking after the series, and without them we wouldn't even be here. So thanks to them for putting everything up for us. Yeah. My own sponsors, got Norwood Farm Machinery Centre, got Glen 24/7, Stealth Engineering, I've got MV Motors, Aweka Motors, Custom Signs, AWS Graphics, and Gerald, my main man, who's been working really hard because we're just with the two of us.
Good stuff, mate. Well, congratulations on second spot. We look forward to seeing you at Beachlands tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Okay, folks, it's very cold down here in the pits at Riverside Speedway. A bit of a gust of wind coming through and a bit of dust. But however, you won it, Nige. Yeah. And by the sounds of things, what we were listening to, it didn't sound like it's very healthy at all.
No, they're having a good look at it now, and I hope I haven't heard it. I mean, the pulling spark plug's out. We can't find a rocker, so it definitely went off. And it also unwound a tie rod, so it started getting pigeon-toed, hence why I started slowing up a little bit. But yeah, I guess that dash, winning that dash took a lot of pressure off, and I kind of just wanted to be on the podium, and bad luck to Rat getting the flat tyre because probably wasn't going to touch him. But yeah, no, it's great, and we'll celebrate that, and we'll take that.
So you can take it however you can get it, but obviously the car itself, that's a bigger concern for you now, getting through to Beachland Speedway. You've had a good run here today. The car, even though obviously things were going off with it, was still performing very well.
Yeah, look, it's completely new day and new day tomorrow. I mean, I think you just go to sleep, wipe the slate clean, and just keep going and just stay focused on the day and not the past and not the future. Just be right present, and I think you can keep your nerves under control, and it's a great points collect for us tonight, and it wasn't awful last night, and you always know if you just pass a couple of cars and keep the car clean all the way through, you can be in that pointy end. But those feature points, winning those features, that's massive points. That's a big stack.
Absolutely. Well, let's hope there's no damage. Congratulations, Nige. You got good sponsors to look after you. Who does?
Yeah, thanks to Ollie. He's over there on the engine now, and Ben's over on the engine there, and Snells Beach Panel and Paint, and Procar, and Kim Wash, and Lovelady. Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much, Nigel Ross. Of course, folks, that's it. That concludes this round of the 2019 Holden Trade Club Saloon Speedweek, brought to us by Burger King. The live stream was. Thank you very much for tuning up.